Russian bombings killed at least 4 people and injured more than 5 over the last 24 hours in the frontline southern Ukrainian city of Kherson. On the other hand, Russian-installed officials in the eastern town of Horlivka say that Kyiv's shelling killed 1 person, and for the first time, Ukraine is celebrating Christmas on December 25th, after the government changed the date from January 7th, when most Orthodox believers celebrate, as a snub to Russia. Russian forces fired 71 shells at Kherson from Saturday to Sunday morning. The regional governor said that Russians hit the city center, residential areas, medical and educational institutions, and also critical infrastructure facilities. Zelensky condemned what he called brutal terrorist shelling, targeting life-sustaining civilian infrastructure and people on the streets. The Ukrainian president said that repair teams would work round the clock to restore electricity and heat supply to the city after the strikes. Now, Ukraine recaptured Kherson following several months of Russian occupation in November last year. It is now a regular target for Moscow's forces based on the opposite bank of Dnipro River, which became a natural front line as the conflict slowed to a war of attrition. Separately, Ukraine's Air Force on Sunday said that it had intercepted all but 1 of 15 drones launched by Russia overnight. Now, some 600 kilometers northeast of Kherson, the town of Horlivka, in areas of Ukraine's Donetsk region under Russian control, a Russian-installed official said that Ukraine's shelling destroyed a shopping center and several other buildings. The Russian-installed mayor of Horlivka said that the Ukrainian attacks killed 1 lady and wounded 6 civilians. While Moscow and Kyiv deny targeting civilians, both the sides have carried out numerous strikes on each other's infrastructure that is extremely important to their militaries. Now, most Eastern Christian churches use the Julian calendar, that is when Christmas falls on January 7th, rather than the Gregorian calendar used in everyday life and by Western churches. Zelensky signed a law in July moving the celebration to December 25th, saying that it allowed Ukrainians to abandon the Russian heritage of imposing Christmas celebrations on January 7th. The date change is the part of hastened moves since the invasion to remove traces of the Russian and Soviet empires. Other measures include renaming streets and removing monuments. The Orthodox Church of Ukraine formally broke away from the Russian Orthodox Church over Moscow's annexation of Crimea in 2014 and its support for separatists in eastern Ukraine.
And that